Hey, Mike, what do Kelly Slater and PT have in common?
I don't know. They're both world champs?
Nope, they both own Endless Summer box set.
Oh my God, rad. You guys, you can get it too. The link's in the show notes.
On a softer, slippery, big guns like Mark Fu, trap jumping like a kangaroo.
Hey everybody, welcome to the QuiverCast, where we chat with surfers from all around the world, from all walks of life, and we get their story. Find us at www.thequivercast.com. I am Mike, your host. Let's get into the show. Hello, everybody. This is Mike here with the QuiverCast. I am so excited and surprised and stoked to have Vetea David on the QuiverCast. How are you doing, Vetea?
Very good.
Thank you so much for doing this.
It's a pleasure.
Are you in Tahiti right now? Are you living there?
Yes. Yes, of course, I live there. Thanks, my Lord. I came back to my roots where I belong. It's home, Tahiti.
In Tahiti, the whole environment of the island, ocean. Are you guys all ocean people?
Well, with the age, of course, like we all got bills and to pay, and I got to do this, I got to do that, and too much excuse. We surround, thanks Lord, we surrounded by the ocean, and
Yes.
I'm looking at the ocean right now, and just to get in there. Just laying in the water, it's a therapy, and it's you have to come down and take care of yourself. So listen to the birds and the wind, and it's all positive. You got to come back to the nature, Mother's Earth.
Do you remember your first time surfing?
Yes, I do. It was in my neighborhood. The wave looked 6 feet, but it was actually probably 3 feet on 2 foot. And when you're a grommet, you always look at, wow, it's giant, but it's actually, whatever size you think now, but it's always smaller.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember catching my first waves, and it's a little beach break, a little point beach break called Penis, and that's where I work as a firefighter, and that's where I start surfing.
Really? And how old were you?
I would say 80 years old.
Just a little grom?
Around that. Before that, I was all into rugby.
Really?
Yeah, I was doing rugby.
How did life change once you started surfing? Did your priorities change?
Wow, yeah, because it's the opposite of rugby. People don't hit you and on the ground and all that. Working with the team, I didn't know nothing about it, and it's pretty hard. There's always different attitude of people, and
you went from a sporting team with you have to deal with different personalities to you surfing in the ocean, and all you're worried about is you. Maybe your friends around you, but your focus is you and the ocean.
Exactly, catching the wave and just being out there, just having fun. I didn't know I was going to be a professional surfer until I was 18.
Wow. So after 10 years of surfing, and you're surfing pretty gnarly, kind of bigger waves, I bet, in Tahiti. How's that progression happen? How do you get baby steps to get to bigger waves, or did you get thrown right into the...
No bullshit. No. It's like anything, step by step, and little by little at a time. Of course, when I went to Waimea Bay, since I was invited for the 88 Cup, I look at those guys, I was like scared,
Were you?
Of course, but then I got a little used to it. It's like anything,
Can you ever get used to Waimea Bay? I mean, you're always... When it's breaking, it's big, right? I mean, very few humans.
Waimea Bay is giant, but what you need to know, back in the days, there was no life jacket. There's no inflatable vest. It was gnarly.
Yeah.
Big hold on, big giant hold on. You got to pull the leash to come up. Or you break your leash and you got to swim in. Like Eddie Aikov, no leash back in the days.
Yes. What was the first year you surfed Waimea? Do you remember the first year?
When I went to Hawaii, well, first of all, when I turned pro, first I was competing when I was a little kid. I won all the other contests
Yeah, I saw that.
from
Yeah.
age, from Tahitian champion, and then at 14, I went to Australia for the Pro Junior. I used to be sponsored by Hot Butters from Terry Fitzgerald.
Yep.
And he's one of the pioneer of professional surfing, the first generation with Hackman and all those guys.
Yeah.
So he got me there because he knew a friend of mine who was my shaper, my mentor over here in Tahiti. His name was Patrick. And I got there in Australia to compete in a professional Pro Junior. But I got beat first heat. I never had that level. But when I came back, surfing with the better surfer, then you surf better after.
Okay.
So when I came back, I went to France that year. It was in Biarritz. I won believe me or not, I was 14. I won the junior French title as well as the open division title. So I was the French champion at 14.
Wow.
So I came back, still competing in a Tahitian event where I won it again, the Tahitian championship. And the year after, I went to Ireland. Ireland is like a reef break, just like Tahiti, but with the wetsuit. And I won the junior European championship. And then the year after, during that at 17, I finished school and on the construction. I got my degree and I finished school, so I trained hard to go for the World Championship amateur. It was in Newquay, England.
Yes.
And I won that. The final was against Nicky Wood, who was supposed to win.
Yeah.
Sonny Garcia never came over that year. But Kelly Slater got third and John Chimuka was fourth.
Wow.
And then from there, at the end of the year, I had sponsor when I went fly straight to Hawaii and got ninth at the Pipe Master, equal ninth with Marvin Foster.
Wow.
And that's when I turned pro. That's when I turned professional.
Yes.
So, and then from there, I started my career. I went from number 100 to 49, but it only takes, and then 38, no, 39, I missed out by one spot to get in. Michael just retired and I got in on the last round of the main event. And then I move on to, little closer and closer every year. I went from 30 to 22. The 1 year that the Derek Ho won, they say that he's the first Hawaiian to win the world title. I said, no, he's the first Polynesian. So anyway, that year, since I was, I'm Polynesian. So that year, believe me or not,
I believe you.
I was winning the rating.
Okay.
For 6 months, and then I got hurt. My inside ligament. I did a snap in Hossegor, and I got hurt, and it was hard for me to walk. I still compete, but the thing is, I had to compete in two different. I had to do the QS as well as the
trials.
The QS was the trials.
Right.
I had to do both of them because they only take so it was really hard. I was doing like too many contests a year. I only had 1 month break at the end of the year. So it really was hard on me, but I was young and strong, and I wanted,
you had drive,
to be the best.
You had motivation.
I had more motivation because I never had no money, not much money. And it's like the guys who was up against me, I just look at them going, bro, you know what? I don't care if you 2 times world champion, like, I'm gonna show you where I come from.
Yeah.
But the thing is, was wrong back in the days is that the speakers was influencing a lot of the judges. Like, I'll give you an example. I was in a heat against, with all the respect I got from Tom Kern, and I lost that heat. I was just saying an example.
Yep.
And up against, and right now, man on man heat, Tom Kern, 2 times world champ, and Vetea who? From where? I just like, fucking, I lost the heat already. The judges, because they're listening too much of that. So, but it's okay. It's okay. I had a good time traveling around the world, and I learned from all those guys. From Oki was giving some Filipo was giving some rope. I was asking guys, Tom Kern helped me out a lot, and seeing Gary Elkington doing those big fade at sunset, and it was a good old days. I would say I was the third generation of professional surfers. Started in mid '80s.
Right. Can we go backwards, way back to when you started?
Okay, sorry.
At this point in Tahiti, how many other surfers were surfing from your homeland? Were there a lot of people or just a few?
Yeah, listen to this. Locals is everywhere in the world. Locals is everywhere in the world.
Yes.
Fuck, I seen guys scrapping on the reef. Locals against locals. What? Jumping on me? Fucking like, let's go on the beach. The other guys are going, no, let's go on the reef right there. Scrap. But it was a good old day. Now you can't punch nobody, get sued and all that. Just like Hawaii back in the days was pretty gnarly, and there's rules anywhere in the world. No, you can't do that. And local has always been there before I was surfing, and back in early mid '70s at Malibu and all that. When I watch all those videos, that was crowded. But now I would say weren't too many guys. But now, since if you're from Europe, you have a European passport, you can come away to Tahiti and live. So now it's been really crowded.
Oh, wow.
I mean, I go out to my backyard and surf a place called Ta'apuna. There's a lot of French guys in the water that can't surf, and they're in front of you. And just like anywhere in the world I went, it's super crowded, and people. I mean, I have nothing against French because I'm half French as well. But the thing is, there's a lot, put it this way, there's a lot of ding-dongs flapping around.
No respect? Do you think there's less respect or just no common sense?
No, they just forget. They just forget about the rules. Yeah. They're just beginners. They don't know. They don't want to know. I mean, it's like that anywhere in the world. I got chased out of the water anywhere. I used to go surfing.
Yeah.
I mean, people just look at me going, "You're not from here. Get out of the water." I'm just like, "Well, you should go on the shoulder and fucking take your book and take notes. That's how you rip your spot."
Yeah.
But I was famous for dropping in.
You like to
because I got tired of waiting for my charges burn, guys.
Yeah.
And I thought, I mean, if you think Tom Carl or Derek Hall was the worst, well, Tom Carr would never drop in on Derek Hall. But I did a couple of times drop in on Derek Hall because he used to do that to everybody around the world. But that's not the way to do it, though. You got to be sharing, because, being aggressive and it's not the way to do it. But I was thinking, wow, I'm alone, and it was hard coming from Tahiti because I was traveling alone, so I pretty much try to go and hang out with Polynesian, I used to travel with Kaipo Hatias from Kauai, Sonny Garcia, Derek Ho, and all those guys, Hans Siedemann, Michael Ho. Those are my crew when I used to travel. The old school crew.
Did they become like family? Were they your family out of the country?
Of course, yeah. Because we're Polynesian, so we have different thinking,
Okay.
It's more island style,
Yes. I didn't live that lifestyle, but I understand it. It's different, but
yeah, it was the good old days, put it this way.
Yes. You being the only Tahitian, you were the very first one ever on before Michel Perez and all. You kind of paved the way for these guys, right?
Exactly. Sure, it wasn't the same down payment every month. It was hard because I was looking at those guys going, bro. I was thinking, bro, if I don't get through one heat and make money, I'll eat bananas and apple.
Yeah.
So I was looking at those guys going, bro, I ain't fucking eating bananas and apple. I'm gonna kick your ass. And that mentality of never give up, lose the heat, and then just right there go for a run or train. And I have a contest every week, every single week.
Looking back on it today, Well, you guys didn't make the money the guys today are
No, at all.
at all.
At all.
What did your family in Tahiti think of you being a pro surfer? Were they happy?
Well, oh yeah, my parents was proud, but the thing is, it was funny because I used to not go to school, and I was doing when I was 14, I was doing this movie called Tahitian Dreams. It was 3 episodes. The third one was with Johnny Boy and Marvin Foster and Aaron Napoleon from Hawaii.
Yeah.
But anyway, as soon as it was 6 to 8 foot, they used to buy my ticket to go to another island.
Mm-hmm.
That I won't tell you. It was perfect. They're doing movies over there.
Yeah.
And when I come back, I was like, oh, I was sick. And my professor going, hey, listen, you got sunburn and all that. Why are you bullshitting, you know? I'm like, well, actually, I was doing a surfing movie. And he goes, you know, there's no career in surfing. None of my professor believed.
Yeah.
Because it was all new for them.
It was new for everybody, kind of. You guys were, all you guys.
Well, like I say, I was the third. I think the third or probably fourth generation of surfing.
Yeah.
Before that, it was like how much you win in the late 70s. How much you win? It's like $500 winning the contest. I mean, in the Smirnoff or something or whatever contest is just dirt money because it's just the beginning.
Yeah.
And now with WSF, kids get $1 million contract. Good for them.
Yes. Well, so going back, as your amateur career, what did you think of other surfers from around the world? Were you impressed by them, or were they just in the way? Were you trying to just show them Tahitian surfing? Does that make sense, the question?
Well, basically, I was just showing them the Tahitian surfing. You got that right.
Yeah.
I was looking at Derek Ho was already famous with Michael Ho and all that. I say, because when I put my wetsuit on, I was like, I was all tight. I was thinking, wow, you know what? It's in the head. If they can do it, I can do it. And I just didn't care. I just wanted to charge and beat guys.
Was it hard surfing in a wetsuit for the first couple times?
Of course. But I find out that Derek Ho and them in the heat was surfing a full suit, 1 mil. I was like, oh, okay. I wonder why they lose. you train with a 2 or 3 mil, but in the heat, since it's less than 30 minutes, 1 mil. I was like, okay. I copied them, of course.
That's
and
smart.
With my sponsor, Rip Curl back then, it was Rip Curl. I made it 1 mil. Oh, it's gonna break. 1 mil is no good. They make it 1 mil. So it ended up to be perfect.
Wow.
You know, you have to copy other people and not break, you know?
Yeah, you're learning as you were going.
Yeah, exactly.
When you were younger also, in making movies like the Hot Buttered movie,
Yes.
did you enjoy doing video parts, or would you rather just...
Man, I enjoy every part of it.
Yeah?
Every part of it. When I was looking at this surf magazine showing 100 spots in the world, I think I knew 85 of them. I was telling my kids, hey, I know this one palm tree, I know Sumbao and all these other places and G-Land and all that. They're like, nah, daddy. And when I tell them I was winning the rating back in, 92 when Derek won, they're like, no, they don't believe it. I'm like, you know what? Forget it. But one thing you need to know, your dad almost won.
Yeah.
And with $1,000 every month. The worst. But it's in the head. It's in the head.
Okay.
I was being taken care of and coached by a lot of coach. My brother used to, take care of me, and I used to get my first coach was Derek Hine.
Okay, cool.
Derek Hine was one of the best writer of Hot Buttered back then, and now he's the editor of Surfer magazine.
Yeah.
And he was coaching for Billabong and Rip Curl. That's when I learned from him since age 14, and then I got a few other coaches like Ben Ekba, Tony Moniz, and the list goes on and on. Yeah.
Did they all help you in different ways, or they all coach differently?
Of course. Just take take a little bit all the positive things that I want to learn from the surfers as well. Like I say, Karen, Potter, Oki, especially Mike, how to grab the rail backside and all that strategy with coaching from the beach with the tower and all that.
With that being said, what are you more comfortable surfing, backside or front side?
Of course, backside, because
Yes.
where I grew up is the left, so
The land of the
I
lefts.
call it Instead of bend over and get a little barrel, just hit that barrel straight up and do the horse kick.
Dude,
I call it the horse kick.
I love your backside surfing. It's unique, but it's so powerful, and you can get. I don't know how you get so
Well,
deep.
What you need to know, it's back when I started. All the professional surfers before me was all about style, body talk style. Like, look at Barry Kanapuni and bottom turning at sunset.
Yeah.
Look at Terry Fitzgerald, Jeffrey Gray. It's all Solas bottom turn. Look at PT, Peter Townend, and all those guys. It was all about style,
Yeah.
Look at Dane K. Aloha.
Oh yeah.
Dane K. Aloha. I mean, I learned tube riding looking at that movie called Free Ride.
Yep.
Sean Thompson in action.
Yes.
Of course.
Yeah, your backside. I love your backside surfing. It's like the best.
Well, I surf backside more than I surf frontside
Okay.
because the spot is right in front of my house. It's a little chopo, put it this way.
Okay. Is it?
Yeah.
Is
it's
it
like
fun all the time?
It's a double barrel, or sometimes it gets windy. You can do big long floater, roundhouse, and all that. It's a really all around wave.
Okay. You surfing chopu and all that. How did that translate to surfing pipeline? Are they similar at all? Or are they completely different? Besides the barrel, of course.
Totally different, because what it is when you need to know at pipeline, you have that sandbar at Ehukai Beach Park, which it makes 4 lips and bottoms out, and you get clipped on the head, and you basically get hurt. I mean, guys go coming out the barrel now, do a big giant air, but back in the days you got to straighten out. You pearl, and coming out of the barrel you get smashed, and it's totally different. We don't have sand on most of our surf spots. You got to paddle out. It takes about 15 minutes, sometimes 40 minutes to paddle out.
Wow.
Some islands paddle out to the passes. Some islands you can surf your left, but not the right. But some islands, some spot you can surf both sides of it. So you can surf the right, and then. So 2 hours later, okay, you go on the other side. If the wind switch, you can go on the other side, still offshore.
Yeah.
Yeah, we blast over here.
You are.
But you know what? You gotta be a strong paddler, because it's a long paddle.
Did that help you when you were surfing contest? Did they have the buoy when you were surfing the contest? So you had to paddle around the buoy, or was that after?
Well, yeah. Yeah. Well, no. First I want to say there was no priority.
Yeah, none.
Oh man, you paddle the guy deeper, and you go. Oh man, you winning the heat. You sit on the guy. I mean, it's not competition. That's good that they put the buoy and all that now, for sure.
Okay.
Because he's taking your turn with no pressure.
That's better.
Thanks WSL. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean. Well, I think back in the day, PT and Jan Kern did a really good job, EPSA, and then it went down to ISP,
Yep.
Association Surfing Professional, and now WSL. I think the ISP was cool. Compared to the WSL.
Okay.
Because there were a bunch of surfers.
Yes, running it.
Now, the WSL, some of them don't surf.
Yes.
They just want to make money, obviously, but it's good. I'm grateful for all the surfers to be WSL, because they're controlling the money and all that for the surfers and all that. Plus, they had what's good about it is they give the same amount of money for the women. Now you have women surfing all over the world. They're all thinking, well, I'm going to get in there one day, and it's good for surfing, because we need more women.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, we need more women.
Yes. Do you watch pro surfing a lot today or no?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. And
on the WSL live, yeah, for sure.
okay,
Because that it was my job back in the days, and I like to look at it. Sometimes it's boring in small ways, but the guys are doing such a great job. Double grab air or no lifts and stuff. I mean, the level is so high. I just enjoy. It's my sports, and I enjoy it. But I enjoy watch them on better ways like JB,
yeah,
Keelan, and Pipe Master.
yeah,
That's what I like to see on perfect wave. But I still look in Newcastle or all that whenever. Or I look all the highlights because it's so long. Even at work, even I'm working waiting for a rescue as a firefighter, I just look at the highlight and then I do my exercise on the side, some yoga and stuff. Yeah,
okay.
I like it.
Let's go way back to your style being different than most people's style. Where do you think you got your style from? Were you watching other surfers or just?
Well, when I was professional, I was doing those cutback, the frontside cutback. I learned it from Richard Kern from Australia.
Okay.
I really like his power surfing gouge frontside.
Yes.
And then the backside, the layback I was doing since I was 14, since the spot in front of my house is a barrel. The layback came from Michael Ho, of course.
Okay.
And then the grab the rail. I mean, the first guys I seen it is Bird Mahelano. He's from Makaha. His name was Bird Mahelano. And then I seen the switch dance, Rusty K. You don't know he's so good at both sides. Rusty Colana from Makaha. It was the best switch foot longboard I ever seen in my life. We won actually about 3 titles. The grab the rail was from Bird, and then I upgrade with Michael Ho with that layback, and then that grab rail when he won the Pipe Master with the cast, and then of course Johnny Boy Gums, the most powerful surfer on earth back in the days, power back snaps backside and those grab rail where you free fall and stop the board and then rides it. You don't really see too many people doing that, but now it's a different level, the kids can do a, powerful gouge. I mean, I look at Toledo, he can be powerful as well. He's really quick and smooth, like a Mick Fanning or something. And, but, hands down to Kelly Slater.
Yeah.
He's still out there. It's just every now and then I send him a message going, yeah, man, I'm with you. I'm making my little prayer for you, man. Kick those young kids' ass, bro. And he's doing it. Still doing it. I'm like, he's incredible. You can give him a 3 foot, 4 foot waves on the right. He can be the best in the world. Or of course, he'll have no chance if it's pipe or backdoor.
Of course,
everybody knows about it. But it's a really good example on being, no drugs, no alcohol, and at 51 still doing it. I mean, incredible career. 11 times world champ, but most of all, he could have been 17 times world champ. He got second a few times too.
Yeah.
So, he's an incredible surfer. Plus, he's really down to earth and a really nice person. People love him around the world.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And you've known him since you guys were both young, knowing each other, right? And surfing against each other from way back.
Yeah, I just told you, I beat him in the finals in 86. He got third, but he was only 14. I was 18.
Yeah.
With 4 years difference. I'm gonna turn 55 next month.
Did you think when you first met Kelly back in, was it England for the championship, that he would be who he is today? Was there greatness in him, do you think?
But he was already talented. Even his team, because he stayed amateur after that, and he went to Japan and Nijima Island, and Tyler Knox and I think Rob Machado those 3 guys was in the final, and my Tahitian friend called Hefara Tahutini beat them all. Because you know why? Tyler Knox and the other guys, I forget who it was, went sit on Kelly because he was the man.
Yeah.
They were competing for America.
Uh-huh.
But it's competition, sitting and, it's not it's contest, you got to do what you got to do. But they forget about my Tahitian friend called Hefara, and he won that year.
Wow.
And Nijima Island.
That's awesome.
So We got a few professional surf. I mean, a few world champion over here. We got Hepara Tahutini. We got two other guys called Michel Bourrez, who was a longboard champion, world champion, and you got Tewa Noble, who just passed away 5 years ago.
Oh,
And we got Hira Natofo.
wow.
I'm talking about ISA contest, huh?
Yes.
Yeah, ISA contest.
Yeah.
But and then and then you got that woman called Vahine Ferro.
Yeah.
from Hawaii.
She's doing good.
She won the she's doing really good. She won the junior title. And then you had these other guys called Tamarua Makam. He won the thing on the Grom a couple of years ago, but now he got a little problem, and he don't surf. He's personal. But of course, then you have Michel Bourrez. I mean, Michel Bourrez is, man.
Oh, I loved his style.
They say that if you win 3 WCT events, you world champ. He won 2, and then the third one, I think he finished third. I mean, man, that would have been it, man.
Yeah.
I mean, for me, it's the best. I mean, his power against power is like, man, he really represents Tahiti really well. He was actually born in Tupua down on the south, but he grew up in Tahiti, and he really represents Tahiti really good. He still surfs, and he tried to get back on the QS to do that Olympic contest next year because of course, who doesn't want to win an Olympic gold medal title?
With that being said, the event's getting held next to your house, right?
Exactly, in my backyard.
In your backyard.
I mean, actually, I live close to town. I call myself a townie. Chopo is in country, which is an hour and 15-minute drive from my house. Totally on the opposite. I live at the end of the South Shore, at the beginning on the North Shore, and Chopo is totally on the opposite side of the South Shore, which is an hour drive from me. From here. It's about 40 kilometers or something. I don't know in miles, but
can you take a boat over there from your house?
yes. But I'd rather take the ski and go in the lagoon because there's no bump.
Protected.
Yeah. But you can take the boat, but it costs you. The gas went up so high that it's better to bring your boat or your jet ski right out of the harbor and then launch it right there because it costs you too much money with the gas. But you can. It'll probably take you about half an hour.
So there's a video of you from a couple years ago on your ski where it wasn't surfable at Chopu, and you catch a wave.
Oh yeah, you're talking about
that massive wave.
Well, yeah, it was about a year or something ago. I had the Red Bull jet ski.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because like in my profile, I posted. I said, it's a dream come true because I had that that sequence, and I'm talking about something. When I start towing in and rescuing people and all that, it was almost 34 years ago.
Okay.
I always dreamed to get barrel on a jet ski. And that day, a year and a half ago, because I've been concentrating on my kids, for the past 4 or 5 years. Just
good.
Tow them in, or if it's paddling on the 12-foot, just stay on the shoulder and rescue them. But not just that, rescuing the whole lineup.
Okay.
Anyway, I used to be sponsored by Red Bull, but back in the day, and I have another ski really, really good because my ski is really tuned perfectly. Where I change the propeller, I put a plug. Like a plug on the back of the jet, and so less cavitation. It's really technical things that everybody needs to do.
Okay,
but they don't. But they don't do it because when you see all the rescue they do. And Nazareth, everybody, there's a lot of cavitation and the white water just hit them. So I do change my propeller. I put a plug on the jet, and so you have less cavitation. So to make the story short, I rode this Red Bull jet ski, 140 horsepower, which is nothing, because that's what I used 20 years ago.
Okay.
Now I got a 260 for the past 5 years. But the thing is, why I wanted to use a Red Bull is I thought, okay, if I get a lot of likes, maybe I get a brand new jet ski, which I didn't. I find out last night was 3 million likes. I never got the Red Bull jet ski, but it's okay. But I personally thought I came from the shoulder. I look at the lineup, and everybody was with Mate deep because Mate got a giant wave, the biggest waves ever.
Okay.
So all the Asian rider was like following him deeper and deeper.
Yeah.
And then I stay on the shoulder to rescue everyone. The guys was in the lineup, and I seen these waves coming. And I was like, wait a minute, this is me. This is my dream come true. So I just pull up from the shoulder from the channel, bottom turning, let the throttle go, and try to get pitted with 100 horsepower, which is a moped. I got a little cover up, but I could have gone deeper, which I'm gonna be doing that in the future.
Wow.
It's not about the like. It's not about the like. It's just something else. But some people doesn't agree. You know, whatever. It's just me. It's not to get more liked or how you say, people. Oh, you're still there, guys. I never left. I was always there. And now,
That's awesome.
I've been surfing shortboard for the past 6 years, and my shoulder tendonitis from 30 years ago is getting hurt. So I got to come back on the stand-up paddle. Been training for a year and a half.
Okay.
It's on this year, guys. Next fall, let's go, baby.
Oh, shit.
I don't know how long I'm gonna be doing it, but when I look at Michael Ho, 64, he's still doing it.
Surfing really well.
I got 9 years to go at least. But you know, I mean, heads down to this guy because you know he's still competing. He was always a really competitive person. You know, you can play backgammon with him or basketball, whatever. He's like Derek. Him and Derek is always competitive guys. I'm kind of the same. I'm kind of the same, and I like beat others and hate to lose. No, just it's not about beating others, but and then competing. It's just tiring for me. I just tell my kids, you know, I've been going to the beach surfing 2-foot waves since you guys are little. You won every contest.
Yeah.
And you know what? Give up, please. Let's go free surfing. And now they're getting older.
Yeah.
I'm doing it. So it's a dream come true. I go to a secret spot, swim with them, step off, paddle, go fishing. It's and go where there's no one out. It's a dream come true. So yeah, I finally living that dream that I waited all those years, and it's oh man, it feels so good, man. Life is awesome.
And your kids, how old are your kids now? They're a little older, right?
One turned 19, the other one's gonna turn 24. He's stand up paddle, the other one do grab rail airs and stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah. But the thing is, I wish they'd be a competitor like me. But the thing is, coming from Tahiti is very hard to get a sponsor. Like an example, if the sponsor give you $1, they want to get, $10,000 back by selling clothes or whatever. So that's the big problem over here. We got the best waves and the best surfers, but the sponsor they just don't care. So you got to be like I did. I was connected with the right person. We talked about it, or Michel Perez or whoever is coming right now. And you got currently going with what's his name, Mate Drole, and you got these young kids called Gilbert P.A.V. Gilbert is a kid. He just got sponsored by Oxbow, and he rips. He reminds me of Johnny Boy.
Wow.
And he ripped. He can switch foot on 10-foot days, and he's got it all. But of course, he doesn't like to compete. He just wants to be a free rider. But I'm looking at that back in the days. You have Brendan Diaz, you got Ronnie Burns. They don't do contests. They used to get to big box, and now slowly is starting it. People, thinking, oh, maybe we can help out some Tahitian guys because they're really talented, and they are.
And charging.
I go surf any spot over here. You got some Tahitian guys are just ripping.
Yeah, and no one's heard of them
every day. Yeah, bodyboarder, surfers, you name it. Now there's less longboarder and stand-up paddle guy.
Okay.
Because they all want to come back on the shortboard and all that. So anyway.
How many shapers are on the island that are shaping boards?
I would say about 7.
Okay, good.
Yeah, 7.
And they probably know how to shape for the boards, for the conditions you guys are surfing. So
No, one thing you gotta know, they upgrade. They get a machine.
Oh, there you go.
And one of them, I mean, I talked to a Ben Aipa's son. Comes over here. Although he's a shaper, he
Yeah.
shaped for Kelly and all that. He told me that one guy got the best shaping machine I ever seen in the world, and he travels around the world.
Yeah.
So what I'm saying is, back in my days, my shaper he built his own shaping machine.
Oh, wow.
So that was 40 years ago.
Wow.
But now they got shaping machine, and you know the investment you put as a surfer with the shaper is the most important. You know,
Yeah.
you can't get the first board perfect. You know, you got to upgrade the next one and the next one. That's how it goes.
Are the boards you guys are riding in Tahiti a little heavier than like from around other places in the world because the waves are heavier to get into them?
Well, yes, because you break the board easily, just like Hawaii.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, you got to be stronger for sure. But when I order my board, I order super light because I know it's gonna break. And when you put a layer of resin to fix it, bro, I use board. It's broken 4 pieces and creased in 3. I still riding it. My fins is crooked. I don't wax my board. They look at me going, "Oh, but you don't wax? You don't no more wax?" I never wax my board. But what? It's in their head. You just put your finger there with your fingernails, and then you're thinking, "Okay, I got a whole bar on it." It's in the head.
Okay. Actually, way back in the day, there's a couple of videos and pictures of you doing airs early on. It was very early for the air age. Why was it on accident?
I'm glad you talked to me about it. I just want to let you know, seriously, I was never an air guy.
Okay.
The guy who was doing air in front of my eyes during the contest was Mark Archibald, Christian Fletcher, Shane Beshan.
Yes.
But they're getting no points.
Yeah.
They were getting no points. Every now and then I was doing air here and there, but it wasn't my trip. It wasn't my trip. But I seen Archibald and those and Christian just doing giant air. But they never get the point either because the contest back in the days, what you need to know, 85% of it was a 2-foot beach break.
Yeah.
2-foot beach break.
Right.
The whole contest. You know, thanks to Brad Gerlach, thanks to Tom Curran to quit the tour because of that. And now, right after the year after they had that G-Land and J-Bay and all that, they got tired of surfing small waves. You know, my era.
Yeah.
Surfing small waves all the time, beside Hawaii. And if you're lucky in Australia or Narrabeen or something, but if you're lucky, if the swell is there, it's like every spot is good, but you just need to be there in the right time.
Right. When you're surfing today, are you like going out at Big Chopu and is the feeling the same or is it easier now that you've been doing it all these years?
No, listen. My wife look at me going, "Why you want to go Chopo? It's empty everywhere else." "Oh, you want to get your picture and be famous again. You fucking like people to see." I just look at it, honey. I don't care about the picture. I just want to get pitted, you know. But the thing is, I just want to get pitted,
Yeah.
picture or not. The last session I had, just to remind you something, it was about 6 to 8 foot. And everybody always gets the light, would go on the phone ball and come out spit after the spin and all that. I'm too old for it, but I know how to do it. But I'm not going to compete against them. I just stay on the shoulder and get my turn going. But all I know is that lunchtime they're all going to leave. That's when it all starts for me.
You get it to yourself?
That's when it all starts.
That's so funny.
Yeah, that's when it all starts for me. But no. Sorry. Actually. It's easier. You know why?
Why?
Because I know the break like the back of my hand.
Yeah.
And it's in the head. You go or you don't. Of course, it still scares me. Don't get me wrong. Because one mistake, you could die.
Yeah.
You could get drowned. You could get crippled. There's no doubt about it. You got to know your limit. But when you're taking a plate upside down and you're going, I mean, actually, everybody's riding a 6'4". It's 10 to 12 foot. I rode a bigger. I rode my stand-up paddle, so I'm further out, or I'll be riding a 6'10", 3-inch stick, so it's easier for the paddle. And I catch it further out, so I just come down on an angle and grab my rail instead of come upside down. If I look, it's upside down. I just go back,
Okay.
hoping the next one doesn't hit me in the head.
Yeah.
And of course, I put my life jacket
Okay.
because you never know.
Hmm.
The board, the reef. I mean, encounters can pull it. And some people go, "What? Why are you putting your inflatable vest? It's not fucking Jaws or Nazareth." I said, "You know what? When I drive my jet ski, when I surf over 8 foot waves, I rather put it on because you can. When you fall, when I do a rescue, what you need to know is when you approach to the guy, you only have 3 seconds for him to hop in. Sometimes he can't even hop in. So the guy on the back put him on. But as soon as you gas it, the white water is right behind your ass. It's like less than 10 foot. And it's like you have 1 second to go. And then you got to deal with the dry reef in front. That's another thing. You name it. Nazareth, Jaws, whatever. All those guys who's been there, they all look at me going, Vetea, I don't even want to surf or throw a choco. I go, why? Because it's shallow. And they're right. Because when you do a pickup anywhere else in the world, you grab the guy or not, but then you just go.
Yeah.
The beach is far away. But when you have to deal with a quarter of a hang loose deep, which
Wow.
is I don't know how many inches,
Yeah.
and you 2-3 guys and go over it, it's a different story.
Wow.
That when I do my training, I just stay on the white water and hit the white water. I don't go in the lagoon. I don't go outside. I just pick up the guy from behind for the past 3 years. I come from the back. I don't come from the channel because it's a zoo. They got
Yes.
all the boat, all the photographer. When you need to know about Chopo, it's like the surfers. They're all going deeper for the priority. Towing, same thing. The guy in the water shooting, same thing. I don't want to see your head when I'm taking a picture. So they all go deeper. All the boats doing the same thing. So it's like it's a zoo.
Do you think
So
that makes it more dangerous? I'm assuming, right? Way more dangerous.
Of course. I'm just telling you one thing. When you come out of the barrel over 10 foot, exactly what you got to kick out. Now you see a propeller spinning. So you got to go around. And then there's another one. So, and then too late for kick out. Then you got to, oh man, you get donuts because right there is dry reef. You get sucked over. It's getting really wild now. There's no buoy, there's no line like the contest. The contests make it look nice, but during the years, it's totally the opposite. And during, and I just giving an example, towing in that day, 20 foot plus, I do 60 rescue, 60 a day.
That's
because you got the guy towing in and the guy paddling. They still want to get in between wave.
Yeah.
Anywhere in the world, you can't tow when the guy's paddling. But here it's different.
Wow.
And then the next day could be under 15 foot.
Yeah.
Right there, I'll do 40 rescue and probably a boat tipped over. Get rescue. That's about 100 rescue. The next day I do it again. And then the third day I go back to work. So it's about 100 rescue in 48 hours.
That's insane.
That's insane. Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly. And I'm just proud to be still alive and doing it for the love because I was there back in the days getting donuts and nobody was there. No life jacket, no jet ski, nothing. Just you alone eating shit. And what's good about it's when I go to the spot, some guys look at me going, Vetea, thank you for the rescue. I go, well, what year was it? Oh, that year. What month? Because I've been doing it for 30 years. There's 5 big giant swirls during the year. For 30 years, you forget how many you rescue.
Yeah.
I've been doing 1,800 rescue for the past 30 years out there. And I'm proud of myself. I'm still alive. Thanks the Lord.
That's insane. Like, well respected. And I mean, you've saved lives for 100% for sure. And that's amazing.
And what's good about it, when I tell the guy, I remember, but I forget.
Yeah.
What happened? He goes, well, I was eating shit. I come up and this giant waves came and I heard somebody going, hop on this sled. And then he hop on this sled and off we did. Just like, I'm like, yeah, it feels so good for the people telling me, thank you.
Yeah.
But let me rewind you something.
Yes.
Nobody We don't have lifeguards here. Nobody give you a dime for the gas, a dime for nothing. It's super hard. I'm having a hard time, but it's okay. I do it for the love. But for how long? Until my last breath, because that's what I like to do. Be right in the middle of the heart. And sometimes probably catch one waves on the shoulder torn in, get spit on the back. People will be looking at me going, "That's not you. Why are you on the shoulder?" Bro, I haven't slept the night before because I've been working as a firefighter. I've been rescuing people on the land the night before. I slept 1 hour, doing for 48 hours. I mean, for how long I'm gonna be doing that?
Yeah.
I don't know. But I'm still doing really well, and I'm just enjoying rescuing people. Not for being famous and who, claim it, all those rescue.
Yeah.
It's about for the love of the sport. And
Amazing.
I'm a technical driver.
Yeah. Amazing.
And I'm just upgrade every single time I'm doing it. I love it.
Yeah. Vetea, thank you so much for coming on the QuiverCast. Like, amazing. You're an amazing human. I mean, the shit you've seen, the things you've done, the things you've helped people is crazy. But I've never met you but in person, but I appreciate what you've done. And there's thousands of guys out there are grateful for what you've done.
I just want to tell people it's time to give back to the community and give your hands for the people who needs it for no reward, even if they hate you. If one guy, if how you say, if I can, if one guy say, "Oh, I want to be like him," or for what a job I'm gonna be doing it. Well, great, just one guy is enough. But you guys got to give some love for people who needs it.
Yeah.
And forget about getting something back.
That's good words. I like that.
You do it for the love.
Yeah, I love that.
I love that.
And one more thing.
Yes.
You must have an amazing wife for her to let you go do this stuff.
Well, what you need to know, she's an instructor like me.
Okay.
And she's doing the same thing as me.
Wow.
I'm teaching my kids to doing it. I've been a firefighter for the past 20 years, and I risked my life twice a year as well for the past 20 years, and about 4 times a year for the past 30 years, rescuing people and joining in that. But I love it. I love it. It's about life treating.
Yeah.
And be well conditioning and believe in yourself on everything you do in life. Have the plan A, B, C, and you name it. Train for the worst, plan for the best.
Okay, cool. That's great words. All right, everybody. This is Mike and Vetea David, and we are out of here. Thanks, Vetea. Appreciate it.
Yarala.
100-foot out choke food. 100 racks on a surf dude. Slippery, big guns like Mark Food. Trap jumping like a kangaroo. 100-foot out choke food. 100 racks on a surf dude. Slippery, big guns like Mark Food. Trap jumping like a kangaroo. You know we don't fuck with no kooks. You boo on my didgeridoo. They calling me dude. I'm stacking the loot. I'm ripping your chick in the coop. She grabbing a hold of my leggy. They jelly, they Gucci my weddy. The fridge of Giuseppe, the chain is so heavy. She thinks that I'm charging the Eddie. 100-foot out choke food. 100 racks on a surf dude. Slippery, big guns like Mark Food. Trap jumping like a kangaroo. 100-foot out choke food. 100 racks on a surf dude. Slippery, big guns like Mark Food. Trap jumping like a kangaroo. Surf trap, I'm stacking that money. Cash. Your shorts a red Ferrari. He starts to calling me Dundee. Diamonds are surfing McFlurry. She want me to teach her to surf. Splash. I'm pulling up, ripping the verse. I'm leaving these kooks in the hearse. They get moved 100 foot on their head. They get work. 100 foot out choke food. 100 racks on a surf dude. Slippery, big guns like Mark Food. Trap jumping like a kangaroo. 100 foot out choke food. 100 racks on a surf dude. Slippery, big guns like Mark Food. Trap jumping like a kangaroo. You know we don't fuck with no kooks. You know we don't fuck with no kooks. They calling me dude. I'm stacking the loot. I'm ripping your chick in the coop. You know we don't fuck with no kooks. You know we don't fuck with no kooks. They calling me dude. I'm stacking the loot. I'm ripping your chick in the coop.
Hey, you guys, Endless Summer box set. This thing is legit. It's authentic, numbered certificate in it. It has a 5-frame film strip from the original print. You will literally own a piece of history. It has a specially minted bronze medallion. Dude, that thing's sick. Okay, there's so much more here. Go to the show notes. There's a link on there. Go check this piece of history out. This thing's rad. Seriously. Smithsonian American History Museum has it. It took 4 years of research with 3.5 in production, all hand assembled. This thing's rad. So much to this awesome box set. Remastered DVD, sharper images than the original film, but dude, this thing's so sick. Link in the show notes.